Nigeria already has a large economy, so any startup with a good business plan and execution may not do badly. However, the internet makes it possible to serve not just the local, but also the global market. If this happens, then a country is bound to earn some foreign exchange from international clients through such startup companies. So for example, I use an Evernote premium account, which is paid for every month because I want more features. What this simply means is that every month, the company earns not just from me, but from other international clients, quietly attracting foreign exchange to the US economy. What stopped our own startup from doing the same thing? But the question is, how can we get them to think global? To discuss these and other issues is Lola Masha, the country manager of OLX Nigeria. Lola spent 4 years at Google, leading various product partnership efforts across Africa and Middle East. She has substantial international working experience in North America, Europe, and Asia. She holds a doctorate degree in engineering from the University of California and a Bachelor's of Science degree in engineering from the University of Virginia. My first question would be, do you think there's any chance for local tech startups in this highly competitive global industry?
Absolutely. Nigeria provides a wealth of opportunities for local startups to be successful for 2 reasons. The first being that even the large global organizations here haven't scratched the surface on what's possible and what the opportunity is in Nigeria. Secondly, local startups have a clear advantage over global companies. They're more nimble, they know the market very well, they're able to adapt and adjust to local nuances. Nigeria is a very special place. You can't simply copy and paste what works in other markets, be it Europe, Asia, or Latin America, and expect that to work in Nigeria.
So from a wealth of experience, how would you rate our current tech startups?
Well, there's a range of tech startups in Nigeria right now, and it's tough to rate them as an aggregate. Some are doing fantastically well, and some are still struggling to make it happen. But the key point here is that just hang in there. There is light at the end of the tunnel. We have seen local guys be extremely successful here and even get bought over by the large giants. So it's absolutely essential to hang in there, stick with it, be consistent, and just wait for that wave to occur.
Now, for the ones that you think are not doing very well, what is missing?
Again, I would have to get more details on what they do and how they work, but what I have found to be typically true is lack of focus. You find young guys that are eager to make things work and eager to succeed, that they dabble in 10, 20, 15 different ideas at the same time. That's almost impossible to get the core thing right. So it's absolutely key to remain focused, to be consistent, and to always maintain high quality standards in whatever the startup engages in. Okay,
now I'm a local tech startup.
Yes.
And I'm just...
You're doing very well.
No, this is an instance, not me in this case now. Let's say someone watching us now.
Of course.
And then I want to grow.
Yes.
What are the elements? Now I'm talking based on the fact that you work for people like Google. What are the elements that I need to adapt now that would help me stay focused on the long term?
Yeah. Frankly, there are 3 key elements for success in any business, right? The first is to understand the core value proposition. What exactly are you offering? What is the product like? And do you offer something that is needed in the local market? It's very easy to believe that there's a problem when there isn't and try to solve a need that actually does not exist at all. So the first key criteria for success is to understand, okay, what am I trying to solve here? The second key criteria for success is to then have the competence, and that cuts across different categories, right? So the product competence, the technical competence, the marketing competence to be successful, right? So it's not simply being a developer and knowing how to code, or simply having a great idea and having the right business skill set, but it's having the competence across those key functional criteria. And then the third is just executing excellently. You know, I see very often companies that have those 2 things right, but frankly just execute poorly. They don't meet deadlines, they don't stick to high quality standards, or they just don't stick in it for the long term. So it's absolutely key to execute flawlessly and to have best-in-class standards.
Let's talk about partnership.
Of course.
There's this trend that is going on outside here where two people always is behind maybe one or two tech companies. What do you think about that trend here in Nigeria?
Okay, so let me make sure I understand the question. So the trend that most
So
companies
Google,
are founded by two
Microsoft,
people.
Apple,
Yes.
you name it.
What's the problem with that?
Yeah, so I'm asking, is this something that you would advise us to do here in Nigeria?
I don't think there's a recipe around number of people that can successfully start a business. Similarly, right, you've given examples where it's been founded by two people, but I can also give you examples where it's been founded by one person or even three or more people. But the important thing is to ensure that the roles are clear and that the dynamics between the two people or the three people make sense and can work well for success.
Okay, so you're a woman in tech.
Yes.
How's it been for you?
I love being a woman in tech.
So
I feel
how's it
very
been
special.
for you?
I feel like a rare breed. No, but it's been fantastic, frankly. And, you know, I think we all have to use our strength to be successful. I think being a woman in technology is a strength because it lets me think differently. It lets me see things in a fresh way and have a different perspective from what my male counterparts may have pursued. In addition to that, I really do hope that I serve as a positive example to other younger girls and younger women in tech that may see it as a male world. So I am having a fabulous time and I'm looking forward for others to join me. For example, actually, at OLX, so most tech companies have over 80% representation from the male population. At OLX, it's the opposite. We have more women than men working at OLX. All my direct reports are all female, and we are kicking ass. So, you know, girls rock.
Thank you, Lola. It's been great having you on the show today.
Thanks so much. It's been a pleasure chatting with you.
On our Tech Clinic segment today, we have the first question coming in from Mohammed via Facebook, and he wants to find out if he can recover some videos that was mistakenly deleted from his phone. Okay, Mohammed, the truth is that modern smartphones are very advanced. What you see as deleted is not 100% deleted until the phone's internal and external storage gets completely overwritten or damaged. So there is still the hope if none of these have happened. So I would suggest you try a program called EaseUS, that's E-A-S-E, then U-S, which has a phone recovery feature that you can run. Hopefully you might succeed. But this is one reason why I always recommend that you have multiple backups of your file. Question 2, how can I make my old hard drive unreadable considering the incidence of identity theft? That's coming from Femi via Twitter. Femi, you are indeed right. The cases of identity theft are on the rise, and unfortunately will remain so. I'll recommend two options depending on your circumstance. Option 1, if you do not intend to use that old drive again, then I recommend you destroy it. And I mean completely make sure it is torn apart. The kind of destruction you would achieve with a good hammer. Now that's how bad your old hard drive should be. Then option 2, just in case you intend to reuse it or offer it for sale, then I recommend you use a service like Derek's Boot and Nuke called DBAN, which will override the drive 7 times to make it near impossible for anyone to recover the data. Please keep your questions coming via social media or our email, and we'll surely take them as time permits. I'm so delighted you stay with us all through the show. Remember to follow at Tech Trends TV on social media, as the days ahead will be interesting. We'll be kicking off what is called the Giveaway of the Week segment, where you can win exciting gifts and prizes. We'll have more details in the days ahead. And don't forget, you can watch this show and other editions of the show on the channel's TV YouTube page. My name is Chukwemeka Fred Agbata. See you next time.